Okay, well, no, no wonder my cameras were set to like 4K or whatever. So that already looks much more in line. There might be like a tenth of a second of lag. I don't really care about that. Okay. See, I catastrophize things. I'm sitting here being like, the whole world is against creativity and artists. I go on this rap all the time. I'm so caught up in my own head being an artist all the time. I'm always like, man, this wouldn't happen if what the kids these days call capitalism weren't so against me. See, a lot of what people call capitalism, I usually refer to as just like people or reality or society or something more vague like that, I guess. Because I don't know. I guess my critique would be that capitalism is a vague term. But the problem is I usually, depending on the situation, I might not have a more specific term to offer up than that. Anyways. None of that's in the room with us right now. I'm just happy to finally be getting this smaller piece done, to be working on a shorter, smaller, more simple, less demanding piece than the big one that I got over there. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I really want to do these in the morning, but I guess nobody watches. I don't know, there's probably... I guess it's morning somewhere. Or I guess it's evening somewhere, rather. Oh, shoot. I never really figured out these figures over here that specifically. I'm kind of going to have to do that now. Just do it like that. Darken that a little bit. Shade, shade. Yada, 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 yada. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to start regularly checking to see if anyone's even watching. Because I don't know when people are actually... I mean, I guess it's not really a matter of if. I guess it's just a matter of when. Because if I just literally... I could literally just sit here doing nothing and just staring at the camera, and eventually I'll find an audience. Some people will watch anything. People will watch my dumb ass do whatever. I've seen what people watch. I mean that in absolutely no judgmental way, because I've also seen what I watch, and it's not a whole lot better. Whatever you're watching, whatever true crime slop, whatever Netflix docu-series about video games from the 80s, whatever it is you're watching, I am probably watching things that are way dumber and more useless than that, so... I don't know. I haven't used a screen yet outside of this thing today, and I might make this a no screen day, because no screen days are really nice. Like that, like that. Ugh. There's so many little details that are so easy for me to forget. Like, all these characters are supposed to have blindfolds on, but I almost drew this one without a blindfold. It would be annoying to have to erase something like that. Also, this part fucking sucks. Probably have to work my way down to that. Like that, like that. It'd probably be better if I zoomed in on this one. Yeah, there we go. That looks better, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. Alright, I am just going to have to really wash this whole background in just like mid to light, like mid-tones. Like, it's just not going to be taking that much detail, unfortunately. I've already done too much. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Give it some detail. Let's spend some time on the vines. There's supposed to be vines on this building, but I'm not going to start off with that. Yeah. I guess there's no reason for there to be like any highlights in the background. Like, it's kind of just going to be like 90% light gray, so maybe I should just do this. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess the issue is that what I'm drawing is technically actually a photograph. Like, you can tell these are like tacks, and it's supposed to be up on a bulletin board, or a cork board, I guess. And that being the case, maybe there can be broad swaths of highlights in the background because of the camera exposure. And also just like the texture. But although, like, I don't know, I'm looking up here, like this is so empty, and like honestly, I do need to build this up at least a little bit, because there's like, I want there to be like a fold, like an upward fold here, but because the light's coming in from the side, it's not light on top, which means I do this, probably across the whole thing actually. Keeping my wrist up so that I don't smear the pencil down here. Because it's like if you're drawing a subject just the regular way, straight on, not as a photograph within the image, then you can choose to use like photographic conventions. You know, you can draw something to use values that make it look like it's from like a Michael Mann movie or like an action film or something, or a horror. You know, if you use charcoal, a lot of horror artists use charcoal because it's really dark, or they'll use like white charcoal on black paper. And you know, it just, the point isn't to look realistic. And the funny thing about drawing a photograph, like I'm doing right now, is that I don't really have that choice, and I kind of also like have to do at least a little bit of some of that. You know? Because the funny thing is that no matter how high resolution things get, and no matter how advanced cameras are, a photograph is always going to look different than the real thing. Like, it's so often that I see like a nice sky or something, or just an image in my, like while walking around, and I'll be like, man, I wish I had a camera right now. But I also know that like when you have a camera, you're never actually going to capture how something looks, you know. At least not the way that it looks to the naked eye. Like that will always be its own thing. Like, it'll be really funny if they ever find a way to photograph the sun so accurately that you literally couldn't even look at it. You can like look at the photograph of the sun that was taken, or else you'd go blind. That would be funny. That would be a funny prank. I could see people at NASA or wherever they invent that stuff, Huntsville, Alabama, I can see them being like, hey, Jenkins, look at this. Oh, what is, oh my God, and then Jenkins goes blind. It's like, I took a photograph of the sun, you idiot, with their new camera. It's hyper resolution. Yeah, that's that Higgs boson resolution we got, man. You're blind now, Jenkins, you fool. You buffoon. I recorded a video yesterday of me working on the big piece, and I don't think I'm going to use it because it's just not like, I don't know, nothing about it is really worth sharing. But like one of the things I was talking about was how much I love YouTube clickbait in the current culture, because it's always about like person A humiliates and destroys person B and makes them look like a fool. And I love it. I love it when boomers on the internet call each other fool, like they're like 15th century dukes or something. It always makes me laugh. It always makes me think, like, for the rest of the day, I'll see it, and the rest of the day, I'll be thinking of like that 60-year-old guy from New York telling the senator, "You look like a fool." And I'm just like, this is not what the internet was for. I don't think this is the vision that people originally had. It's just also like, that's the best way of getting people, I guess, to click on something, is to tell them that if they click on this video, they'll get to watch a person be humiliated and destroyed and slammed, you know. Seth Rogen slams Jonah Hill, and it'll just be like Seth Rogen being like, yeah, Jonah and I had some disagreements on set or something like that. Like, people love conflict, man. They're like so thirsty for it. Everyone, like, the algorithm rewards like just like unmitigated aggression. It's like, so it's, I would say it's funny, except it's also kind of scary, because it's like, damn, dude, what's going through people's heads that that's what they want to see? You know, how's that the remedy to their boredom, is like watching another person, just being promises of watching another human being denigrated. And the fact that so many people are like, I've seen so many creators on YouTube, and this is one of the reasons I'm like, I guess, hesitant to do this, is like, there are so many people who were like really good content creators, and then they'd have the video. Like, I'll never forget that dude, Tim Pool, used to be like Occupy Wall Street or whatever. He used to be just like this like student activist type person, and then he got really into the algorithm game. I always remember there's this one video from like, I don't know, like 2015 or 2014 or something, where it was so funny to watch, because his fans were addressing like his clickbait that he was doing, and it was like right as he was starting the clickbait thing, and right as he was starting to use capital words in like trashy clickbaity stuff to gain traction. And in this video, he's like, look guys, I know that it's whatever, I know, like, he addressed the issues, but he's just like, I just have to do it because it's the only way I can get views, and I have to eat. And it's so interesting seeing how that happens in one way or another to everyone that uses the internet. Like, if I keep doing it, unfortunately, who knows? There's a pretty decent chance that if I ever become like thirsty for validation in that way, or if it becomes like, God forbid, how I make my living, then Jesus Christ, I don't know what I'd do. Because you have to, like I said before, you have to compete. You have to compete. You don't have an option anymore. You have to, you know, like, people are like, it's an attention economy. You have to be narcissistic in order to survive. Or you can just, I don't know, I guess you could get a real job, but then you'll just get fired and replaced with a robot. So I don't know. That works too. Whatever you're into, man. My lord, if that ever happens to me, if I ever become algorithmized, I will be so humiliated. I would feel like such a humiliated fool. It would destroy and annihilate me. Hold on, I gotta get more coffee. I would be such a buffoon. A disgraced buffoon. In all caps. Who was it? I saw somebody who's like a cabinet member. Somebody was like, it's just so weird, dude. There's like grown adults like twice my age having arguments like 12-year-olds hopped up on Mountain Dew on Xbox Live. I'm going to actually get some creamer and sugar in this shit. I mean, I don't know. I'm personally a big fan of shame. Andrei Tarkovsky said that shame was the force that would save mankind, and I think that there's a lot of people who could really go, like, it would be really nice if they could feel a little bit of shame. Not just like self-awareness, that's not enough. It's like, nah, that stuff that you said, nah. I you know, no judgment, but a lot of judgment. I don't mean to judge, but I do. Look, I might sound like kind of an asshole, because I kind of am. But I don't know. It'd be nice if boomers could have a little bit of integrity on their way out. It'd be really nice if they could show just a little bit of grace while there's still time. I'm sure some of them do. I just don't know them. The elusive, graceful boomer. Man. Camera's still in sync, I think. That wasn't a good one. It was a weak belch. I'm so humiliated. Like, I'm almost tempted to just pull up Ben Shapiro's like channel just to look at the titles. Like, I don't actually want to watch them, but I just want to look at the titles and thumbnails because I know it's going to be something funny. It's really all Mr. Beast's fault when you really think about it. He's the one that, like, Mr. Beast is like the Nikola Tesla of like soy-faced thumbnails, and I think it might be the single worst thing that's happened in the history of human technology is that guy's legacy. Because it's like, oh, people like it when you contort your face, or not that they like it, they're just they're drawn by it like a fire, you know. It's like if you have a fire on a street, everybody's going to gather around that fire just to see what's up. You know, everyone's going, their eyes are immediately going to be drawn to it from like blocks away. And that's what like Mr. Beast soy face does. It just makes like everybody, it makes their brains just go like, what is this? Why is this man making this face on my phone screen? I need answers. Yeah, what other tricks are there like that people do? I don't know. The face and the capital letters are like the big ones. Some people do that ironically too, and it's just like not even worth it. It's not even funny. I mean, it's more funny when they do it unironically, whatever that means, if there is such a thing. It's funny, like, I hope one day we have a president who does, like, a daily vlog where in order to get as much traction as possible, he makes that face in the thumbnail. I think that would be great for the country's morale. I think I talk too much. Or not enough, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess this is just going to be one of these quick drawings. Like, I don't feel like I want to do the whole corkboard. I kind of have to, actually. I kind of do have to do the whole corkboard texture. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. Not much. Not much. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. See, that's all I need. Some freckles, some dimples, some texture, you know? Something you can really feel with your eyes and your mind. I want this corkboard texture to be something that gets the people going. Now with this, like, I don't know. I can just keep dropping hints or tips. I don't know. I'm eventually going to have to figure out what kind of, like, stuff I'm even doing, because I have 3 options. I can either just, like, ramble about random nonsense. I guess there's 4 options I have. I can ramble about random nonsense, which is kind of what I'm doing today. I can just focus on giving, like, tips and tricks and hints and stuff over how to draw. I can just be silent. I can be one of those guys and then just, like, listen to podcasts on my headphones while I do this. Or I could do some sort of bizarre mixture of the 3, which I don't know. And the best part about this is that I don't have to choose. I can just do this every day. Next week. You know what I'm going to do next week? I'm going to do this every day for an hour next week. And maybe one person will watch one stream. And that will be worth it. And even if they don't, and even if I am just doing this by myself, it's what I'd be doing anyways. Alright, that's enough of that. I don't know, when I finish this side, I might just call it done. There's probably I gotta do some more stuff here, and I probably have to fill in this a little bit, but this is, you know, I already did most of the work on this earlier. I pretty much got, what I've been doing is I did like 10 smaller illustrations to like the point of like 90% completion, and I have like 7 of those just sitting around. So like I'm counting those as finished even though they're not. So I'm technically, even though I have 50 illustrations to do, unfortunately this is actually not one of them. This is one that I was already counting as done, even though I'm obviously not done yet. But you know, my goal is to release this book by the end of August, and if there are pieces that find their way in there, not fully rendered, not fully, you know, I don't have to make everything look like it was sketched by Rembrandt, you know. I'm just trying to do that with like maybe 20 of them. I'm trying to make 20 Rembrandts and then just a bunch of crap. I shouldn't say that. It's good crap. I'm really in a weird position where I can go one of 2 ways. I can either become completely megalomaniacal and full of myself and like overtly narcissistic, or I can remain humble and keep making self-deprecating jokes. And honestly, both of those are fine, because I am literally just wasting time on this entire planet anyway, so whatever. I'm just spanning time. We span time together. Oh, I like that. See, that's very photographic, is this shading at the bottom where I'm just like subsuming everything under the same, like, even though there's already a little bit of definition, creating that weight at the bottom of the page to make it look like it's like folded, and then like doing this like pressure here, where the tack is pressing down and pushing this part up. Can you even see that? I'm going off the here. I already did it, but you can see how I like shaded down here but not here, and there's like there's like shadow, a band of highlight, and then a more diffuse shadow, and that's like the hump of the light that's causing this same highlight from over here, which means that I have to darken this a little bit more, because this highlight would not reach here. Little things like that. Countless little decisions that go into every single little piece that creates the illusion of space. A 2-dimensional representation of a 3-dimensional space. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing you can do that? like squashed or something? Yeah, it kind of is. It's at a weird angle. This person does not. This person got a little squished, and then I turn it this way, and they get a little stretched. I guess this needs to be higher, which means it'll just have to be even harder to see or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll figure out the settings. It doesn't matter. I probably just have to turn up the contrast. Jesus Christ, can you even make any of that out? I don't think that worked. Oh, come on. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Sharpness? What does sharpness do? I guess that looks pretty decent. I don't know. I'm probably gonna. Yeah, okay. I'll just go with that. I can reset it later. I said okay. Jeez. Oh, that looks like garbage on YouTube, man. What am I doing? I need assistance. I need an assistant. Wow. Wow, does that look good at any point? Wow, that looks way too zoomed in. Wow. Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I have to turn. Can I turn this one back to 4K? Because I might have to. I really hope it doesn't mess with my sound again. Because I only have one 4K video this time. Maybe I can. There's like a halfway between 4K and 1080p, but God, that looked so bad just now. I had no idea it looked that way. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, you guys. One watching now. That's cool. Do you remember when the internet would actually connect you to other people? And if you posted art somewhere, people would actually see it, even if it wasn't pornography? Even if it wasn't political propaganda or pornography, the 3 Ps? The only ways to get people to pay attention to you now is to say that you're either humiliating a fool or that there's like some hot and steamy stuff on the other side of that click. Like, I don't know. See, I'm trying to be optimistic, but like, the facts of life kind of make it difficult to do that sometimes, you know? The sheer numbers that I'm up against, like, this numbers game, dude, it's not really that fun. That looks great. See, this lighting doesn't work anymore. I don't know why I even did this. Also, I haven't even checked to see how that looks now. I don't know, man. Maybe the sound is off again. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That looks better. I really should check to see. Oh, that looks way better now. That's good. Dude, man. What am I doing? Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. That was before I even made the change. Alright, that kind of looks better, but now Alright, I gotta actually change the configuration back now, because it actually looks kind of wild. It doesn't look bad, but it looks weird. I didn't even check to see if the sound is right. So whatever, I don't know. I'll do that in just a second. Okay, default. See if the sound is right. Oh, yeah. So whatever, I don't know. I'll do that in just a second. Okay, but it looks so bright now. Why does it do that? Okay, so brightness down, contrast up. Don't even touch the sharpness, because God knows what that even does. Okay, but it looks so bright now. Why does it do that? Okay, so brightness down, contrast up. Don't even touch the sharpness. God knows what that does. Oh, I can hear my... Oh, the recursion. Jeez Louise, dude. This is brutal. I'm just hearing past me just gurgling in the background. That's awesome. Alright. So the brightness does have to be like nearly to like nothing. 31, 255, apply, okay. I mean, okay, this might be like a hardware issue with my arm, because it's also, my camera is like way up here. How's that look? I need to add more weights to this thing. Trying to use a microphone arm to hold a camera is kind of weird. But, alright. A little bit too dim. But I feel like when it's just not getting like the details that well. Dim. No. Ah, dude, the logo on my website's been broken for days, and this guy hasn't been responding to me. I'm just going to keep sending him emails. I'll probably send that to him after I'm done with this, which... Oh, God, please, cut it out. I feel like when Alright. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Refocus on what I'm here for. Now, I could really spend a long time working just on this corkboard texture, but I'm not going to do that because it's not really an important part of the composition. I shouldn't say that. It is an important part of the composition, but it can be like, you know, it can be left pretty simple. Those diagonal lines are perfect. That's exactly what that needs. You probably can't even see that. That's okay. I don't care. There's probably still 0 viewers. If there is anyone watching this, hello. Thank you for watching this. Oh, great. There's a delay again. And then the delay is gone again. Oh, but the delay is here. Oh my god, I am... I tried turning it down. I tried turning it down, man. Okay, so goal for today, figure out how to stream at 4K, which apparently I need in order for it to even be visually legible on the screen without it lagging and without having to buy a whole new computer to do this. Because I really don't want to have to do that. Man, that is depressing. Just... I love having goals. I love having more stuff that I have to do in order to do the stuff that I actually want to do. I love every time I try to do the one thing in life that I want to do, every time I try doing that, I just have to do all sorts of other things that I don't want to have to do. And when I think I'm done doing things that I don't want to have to do, there's more things that come up that I have to do. But whatever, this was an extremely predictable one. So I don't even know why I'm upset. It's like, oh, you started streaming and faced technical issues. Get in line, I guess. I just have to do it. This is going to be I'm going to shade all of this in. Really simple blocks of shadow. probably stop cross-hatching so much because it kind of makes it hard to differentiate from the cork board, which I was literally celebrating a minute ago, and now I've kind of compromised that just now. But whatever, I'll just darken it even more with horizontal lines, because it's still, I'm still moving forward with that, and it's looking better. Because this whole side of the photograph should really be very dark, because it's folded. Usually when photographs are pinned to cork boards, they like fold in at the sides a little bit. And since the light is coming from, I am drawing off of the camera again. Since the light is coming from this direction, this would be very dark. Alright. Now where's that 2H that I started with? Ah, here it is. That'd be really useful to just finishing this up. Oh yeah, but it's from a different set, so it's really not that much darker. It's fine. Yeah, I really think that the H and B hardness levels seem kind of arbitrary from company to company, because like I'll switch from one pencil set to another and I'll be like, okay, this is not 2H relative to a 5H. Like I was just using a 5H and this feels like I went up one step, maybe. Definitely not 3. I'm not sure how they determine these categories, but like I'm starting to suspect it's different from company to company. Or maybe some products are just cheaper than others, I don't know. Poorly manufactured. Ooh, that's good. I like that. Yaha. Now here's the tricky part. I'm gonna wanna like do some kind of like flattening here, and that could be really tricky because it might look really bad if I don't do it right. You just gotta make it subtle. Because now I gotta start thinking in terms of drawing the surface of the photograph paper instead of the image inside of it, without making the image inside of it look ugly or bad. Which that can be very, very, very tricky. One thing that you learn by working in visual mediums, though, is just how sophisticated the human eye is. Because, like, even very small, like, never, ever, 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 ever underestimate the impact even the smallest of shades can have. Like, the lightest of shading is something that, like, people won't notice it, but it will make a difference. All right, you know, that feels... I'm just realizing the lighting on this one's off. On this tack, I can probably just like tighten that up on top and it would look, see, there we go. No biggie. Still kind of messy, but you know, nothing wrong with that. A little bit more down here, some more cork texture where the shading is heavy because texture will be more detailed if there's a shadow across it. Yeah, if anyone has any recommendations on how to make my stream better or what needs fixing, please tell me. I really need feedback. Yeah, this section needs to have a lot of heavier dots. Heavier dots now. These dots are not heavy. Take them back. All right, does that need a line? Yeah, this probably needs a line too. Darken that. Just darken, 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 darken. Darker and darker and darker and darker. Leave that light, because this is where the paper is coming back to meet the cork as it's being held in place by this tack. Dots, more dots, not enough dots. That's actually probably enough dots. Like I said before, I'm not actually trying to, like, you know, it'd be nice if I could actually get the whole image. There we go, that's more like it. Yeah, that's probably good enough. I don't know. I don't even know how big that needs to be. Yeah, that's probably good. I don't even know how big that needs to be. Dude, it's supposed to be a 1080p, and because it's zoomed in, it just looks so, like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, this is, I literally reset to 4K. It's like it's, like, I know it's zoomed in, but come on. Why does it look like a cell phone camera? Like, why does it look so bad? Maybe it's just not enough light. I don't know, what does that do? If anyone has any recommendations on how to fix my technical... Wow! Oh, that actually looks beautiful. Maybe I just need more light. Let's just have more light, so that the camera decides to refocus on the thing that it's pointed at. I swear, please. There's a window right here. What is this? That's just the shadow from the from. Is that like this? Oh, it's that. Oh, that's my plant. Oh, jeez, man. How do I make this work? Can you please just like refocus? Oh, see, that looks fine. See, that looks great. Come on. Well, that's in the shadow now. Like, am I mistaken in saying that that looks way sharper though? And then I put it down and it looks like that. Oh, this is fun. I'm having fun. No matter how much money you spend, you're just always better off just recording yourself on a phone, sitting in the driver's seat of your car, I guess. I should just do that. I just keep using my phone. These e-meet cameras are just a treat. They're just a treat, dog. I swear, please just refocus. Please just refocus. Why aren't you refocusing on it? Like, I bet I can fix this in the configurations. Although the brightness is already way down. Dude, come on. I don't want to turn my contrast all the way down. Come on. Dude, come on. What is that? Dude, just... There's so much light illuminating my pencil marks, and it's just deciding to just focus on... I don't know how to get it to focus on what's actually the most visible part of what it's looking at, instead of the least visible part of what it's looking at. I promise you guys, it doesn't actually look like this in, like this. It doesn't actually look like this in real life. Oh, that's cool. See that? Oh. I will show you. I will show you. I will show you. That's cool. But it also kind of sucks. Yeah. Well, I will probably just record more of me working on the kitchen floor today. I guess I'm done with this. Well, actually, no, I'm not done with this. I want to fix this. I want to figure out why it's not doing what any other camera that I own would do, which is just autofocus on the thing that's covering most of its POV. And maybe if I stopped recording, maybe it would do that. Please. The gain is already at 0. It told me, those videos told me to turn down the gain. I'm just going to turn it all the way up. And hey, look, it doesn't do anything. There's got to be one, it's not even letting me change the white balance. I don't even know why it's not letting me do that. Okay, start back to default. I don't know why it... I don't know why. Camera control. Oh, wait. Well, there's a zoom option, but it doesn't seem to do anything. So that's great. There's exposure. And it won't let me change that. Oh, wait. There's auto exposure. And if I unclick it... Oh, see. Great. Oh, great. Okay, I guess this one shadow coming from my window is what's causing it to just, like, not want to. Maybe using natural lighting is ill-advised. I'm not sure. Oof. I mean, that looks moody, so I'll go with that. I mean, I guess you can see it now. Kind of. You can kind of see it. I mean, I would keep working on it, but I really do feel like I'm basically done with this piece, except for this part. That's bad blending right there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't handle technical difficulties well. I often just wish that things worked for my my intents, but alas, I am going to have to keep wrestling with these products that I own. I have these things called material possessions that cause me a lot of issues. I don't know if you guys know this, but owning stuff means that you have to like struggle in order to use it, because it's not, especially if it's like designed for purposes other than what you actually want to use it for. And things are not designed for people that want to do what I want to do. Things are designed to be easily consumed. There's not really a market for creativity these days because, I don't know, rampant, just, you know. There's a lot of pressures to not be creative. You remember MySpace? And how like MySpace would let you like customize your page, and it would let you like play a song, and it would let you like organize it. Like you can kind of do like low level types of like coding to it almost, and it like invited that personality and that sense of creativity. Isn't it funny how no social media sites have anything even remotely like that now? Isn't that fun? Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny how like they're all just Instagram and TikTok? Like all social media sites are just like some mix of like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and whatever the other one is that I just forgot to mention. But like, I guess Instagram, I guess I didn't mention that there. But like, yeah, man, I really miss when the internet was like conducive towards creativity. And I think one of the reasons so many people that are like addicted to the internet and to social media and just people in general, and especially young people, the reason that they're depressed is that these companies basically design everything like it's supposed to be a cage that keeps you like locked in place with your eyes like Clockwork Orange open, and you're just like looking at like fear, arousal, product, fear, arousal, product, advertisement, advertisement, fear, product, arousal, advertisement. And it's like, it doesn't matter what your creative capacity is in terms of the UI that you're using or the overall experience, because the overall experience for these companies to make money has to be our consumers sit and scroll, fear, arousal, product, fear, arousal, product, fear, arousal, product, fear, arousal, product. That's it. Like, it's just like, look at, like, it's a pattern. If you're ever scrolling, think of it in the terms of like, okay, is this trying to invoke fear and then arousal, whatever that means to you, whatever it means, because it can mean anything to anybody, but it figures out, like they figure out this is what they respond to, this is what they respond to, this is what they respond to in this way, this is what they respond to in this way, sell them a product. Respond, product. Respond, counter, respond, product. Fear, arousal, product. It's that in that order, fear, arousal, product. And you'll notice it, like the advertisements will always come after like you will have like an article about how they just invented a new type of Ebola or something. And then there will be a video of a girl playing with a kitten. And then there will be like an advertisement for a toothbrush. And that's literally like these companies hijacking your children's brains in order to make money off of them, because they are literally demonic. Because they are literally demonic and sucking the life out of the human species methodically. This is not, there are people who have openly discussed this strategy of fear, arousal, product, fear, arousal, product. They're doing this to like kids these days. They're doing this to everybody, and they're just doing it to make money off of you, off of your emotions and your life. And because I am a creative, and because my goal in life, my only goal in life is to make art, I have to dance with these people and their evil abomination of an algorithmic nightmare panopticon cage that they are using to vampirically suck you and your energy for the sake of their profit, for the sake of their money. And I am like, I'm like posting like me sharing art, like I'm drawing art, like these videos of me doing the piece on the floor. Like, what's going to happen with that? Well, it's just going to be mined for data and scraped, and they're going to turn it to AI. I can try to find some way of like forbidding them from using it to make AI out of, but like they're going to do it anyways. And frankly, I don't even mind the AI that much, because the algorithm, like my main issue is just the algorithmization of the human species. Like, we don't have a free culture anymore, because these algorithms are forcing you to feel a certain way and to think a certain way. They're literally brainwashing all of us. They're brainwashing your kids to make them slaves. Like, your feed is a psychological weapon designed to enslave you to not just capitalism, but them. They would be communist if they wanted to be. As long as they get to be in control, as long as people like Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Sam Altman, all of these ankle-biting little demons, these demons are sucking the species dry because they were not loved enough as children. That's my rant for the day, because I got too many technical issues to just enjoy myself. I want these streams to be chill. I really want these streams, if I produce something that I put on the internet, I want it to be positive. I want it to be, I don't want to be like a fake, cozy, like, step inside my cottage and I'll draw, and this is a place of healing. I love that stuff, but I am going to go, I'm a ranter, there's a whole lot of things in the world that you can rant about these days, and it's all kind of, it's all like because of the same like 20 to 30 individuals who just won't go away. Do you remember that? Who's the guy that started Twitter? Jack Dorsey? God bless Jack Dorsey. You know why? Because he just went away. I really wish that Mark Zuckerberg would just go away. I wish Elon Musk would just go away. The best thing they can do for their brand, like Elon Musk wants people to love him. He wants everyone on the planet to love him and think that he's the coolest guy ever. The best shot he has at doing that is just going away. You know what would make me love Elon Musk? If I can spend the next 5 years not hearing his name or looking at his Pol Pot ass-looking face. That would be awesome. I would think about him 5 years from now and say, Elon Musk, whatever happened to that guy? I miss him. He really stepped out of the limelight, didn't he? I wonder, yeah, cool guy. Because I didn't like Jack Dorsey back when he was a known entity. I didn't care one way or the other. But I love that guy now because he just went away. Which is what a normal human being in that position would do. God bless John Boehner for resigning when the Pope condemned him, and now I think John Boehner just runs like a cannabis farm or something. God bless people who just stop annoying us. Like, you don't get to be the main character of the internet, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all you billionaires. This isn't a sitcom about you. Our lives don't revolve around you. I don't know why these people decided they need so much power, or why people give them so much power, or why they're literally they're psychologically destroying an entire generation of children around the globe because they're trying to advertise like sweaters from, like, I don't even want to get too specific about it, but it's just like, it's just, people will say, oh, it's late stage capitalism. It's late stage capitalism. It's like they would make it all communist if they could, because then they just like It's literally as long as they control anything. If Joseph Stalin was born in New York, he would have been one hell of a capitalist, but he wasn't. And there's people that just adapt. Any system you have, any economic system, any cultural system or societal like system of values, there will be narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths and sadists who their entire being will be centered around the goal of adapting and like optimizing for their own personal gain, you know? So like calling it late stage capitalism, it's just like, no, man, it's deeper than that. It's, we are under, we are in the presence of buffoons, disgraced into, what I'm trying to say is we must start disgrace. There are many foons, which is short for buffoon. There are many foons yet to be disgraced and whatever, man. Denormalize all of this crap, man. The algorithmization of the human species is an abomination. It's like, it can't be all that bad because it's the only reason I'm here talking to you folks. I would much rather just be working on this stuff in private, on my own, in peace, away from these cameras, these silly cameras, these expensive pieces of technology from China. I mean, I love it, you know? I love the idea of connecting with people, but I don't feel like that's what this system is optimized for. That's not what the internet is optimized for anymore. It's optimized to suck you dry. It's trying to suck you and your entire family and community dry of all of your energy and all of your money and all of your power and all of your time. And, you know, maybe there's people in your life who are sucking you dry. I'm not trying to catastrophize on such a macrocosmic scale because, you know, some people have coworkers who are psychic vampires. Some people have relatives who are psychic vampires. I've met a lot of people who are, you know, who remind me of the current, you know, the current brood of American billionaires that we live under, or even, you know, the brood of Bolshevik tyrants or, you know, Nazi tyrants or Mongol tyrants. I've known a lot of people who remind me of Genghis Khan. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter. I don't think anyone's listening still, but I'm at 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's enough moaning for today. Please, just go away. I'm keeping okay. Go away. What are you doing? All right, good. It went away. So, anyways, this is my chill and cozy and wholesome morning art stream that I'm trying to start. I hope none of you enjoyed watching me struggle with doing this very basic this very basic task that many people have accomplished, but I can't, I guess. Yep. All right. So, anyways, thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye.